hearts of the Hostel Inc. Mount Juliet Studios. What's up, guys? Welcome to Local Buzz. My name is Andy here. Next 3 hours, all local rock and roll found right here in your backyard in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm super stoked, guys. So I got a birthday on Thursday. I usually do like a big birthday show and post a cheesy picture of me wearing like a hat or something, which I'm not doing that this year. Obviously, that's silly. But I wanted to have some cool stuff tonight, so I got a lot of new music I'm stoked about. And then in a little bit, I got John and Tom from Superdrag coming up because they just celebrated yesterday the 20th anniversary of their record Head Trip in Every Key, and they actually have a song that was unreleased at that time that we're going to play tonight and talk about the album, talk about what the boys are up to now, and just kind of hang. I'm super stoked. Big fan of the guys and obviously good friends, so I'm always happy to have them on. You guys got requests? We do those here. Superdrag off of Head Trip in Every Key, which actually turned 20 yesterday, and I got Tom and John from Superdrag in the studio. What's up, guys?
No, I'm 19.
Dude, 20 years have gone by. That's crazy. It doesn't feel real.
What?
Since the record came out.
What record?
Your record. I think it was 20 years.
20 years?
Yesterday.
Head Trip record?
Yeah, 20 years later, man. How's it feel? You guys look exactly the same, by the way. I'd like to say that. You guys look exactly the same.
I've seen video and we've looked at pictures and that's not true.
No, I loved all the stuff you guys were posting on your socials for the Leads of Memory yesterday, all the pictures you guys had. I liked your comment, John, about how not as many pictures as you would have today. 'Cause that's such a true statement. Like, we take pictures of everything now, but I feel like back in those days it wasn't the same way.
Special.
Yeah, totally.
So.
Well, most of what I have are all Polaroids.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like those. They don't age very well, you know.
Yeah.
So they the colors blow out and like details kind of disappear. But
yeah, but it's cool because like so many apps nowadays make pictures in the Polaroids, and like those were real ones. So it was almost like the hipster kids would love that stuff.
We're old. But the thing is, you'll have phones. I have great pictures that are on past phones, and you forget about them.
Yeah,
They're not as special. They're not. And now if I look at my old photos from, 90s or whatever, I still have the old photo books, and they're kind of aging and everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. A lot of them have Superdrag stuff in them. I haven't looked at them in years.
Yeah.
That'll be for next time.
For the 30th anniversary.
We'll look at them and weep together.
I love it. So 1998, you guys recorded the record in 97, right? So right after the success of Regretfully Yours, which I was a kid back then. I remember the music video for Sucked Out was all over the place.
You're like 12.
I was like 4. I was like 4 if anyone's asking.
Yeah.
But I remember like how huge that song was. So when you guys went in to record this record with Jerry Finn at Sound City, was there a ton of pressure that you guys felt, or did you feel like totally like there was no pressure at all?
It was all for John. All the pressure was on him.
Yeah, I could see that.
well, to be honest, man, I kind of at the time, I didn't really feel pressure until the 11th hour kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because they kind of cut us loose. They cut us loose for months at a time. Like we went to Bearsville, New York, and if maybe people know that we put all those demos that we made, we put out a few years ago on LP.
Yeah.
But we would see our A&R guy maybe about once a week because he had a house there.
Oh, okay.
But otherwise, we toured and toured and toured, and then we toured, followed by a tour.
In the middle of that record, we went on tour. Green Day, right?
Yeah.
Green Day thing?
But we spent an entire month up there, and it was just basically like deers and snow.
Yeah.
And us and Nick Raskulinecz, and that was it. We just, we'd write a song or two every day, record a song or two every day. Then, when we went to Sound City, it was kind of similar. Like, they didn't bother us. We were there for 3 months.
Yeah.
And we barely saw anybody from the record company.
That's awesome. Until,
we started making roughs. They got a little bit nervous after that,
Yeah.
Because, by 1997 standards, it's a pretty odd record.
Yeah, I would say.
In retrospect, I don't understand why, from their point of view, it was such a curveball. It was still guitars and bass and drums.
Yeah.
We need to sound like rest of radio. You make record, wrong record, make again. Let me listen, wrong record, make again.
Yeah, I think if we felt any pressure, it was really just pressure that we put on ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to make the best record we could and wanted to do something. I definitely felt like we were on a mission to not repeat what we'd done already.
Yeah.
And there's a certain amount of pressure that goes with that,
Absolutely.
We got carte blanche, basically, to go in there and get the best drums, the best guitars, the best you know, people doing like tech stuff, so the guitars are all intonate. I mean, everything. I mean, it's like that was pretty cool. You know, that part was good. Us wasting a bunch of money wasn't cool. It was still, that was, you know, you got to sit there. I'll never forget. We got to do a session doing I think it was the string section for Art of Dying and for Amphetamine. And I'll never forget, John's hanging out there. He's on the floor, and there's all these like A-list, you know, classical musicians, and the arranger and the leader of the tribute. It's a 24-piece orchestra at the Waldorf. Was it
Radio City?
Radio City, New York City. So we're there, and they're like, "Who's the composer?" And there's John on the floor with this little, you know, Lennon glasses on and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, this is hilarious. But they're asking me to teach them how to do a gliss. They didn't understand how it was charted out. They go,
yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of cool. They did a great job. I've never gotten to do that since, but
That's awesome.
it was a real trip.
So in that
Head
case,
trip.
I mean, that's not a waste of money at all.
No, that wasn't
It's
a waste
true.
of money.
Not from my point of view.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I feel like it's one of those records too that it seems like a lot of Superdrag fans claim it was their favorite record, and I think if you look back at like the '90s, two records come to mind. One is Pinkerton by Weezer, which totally flopped at the time. I remember being in middle school, or well, I won't to that, but I remember being in middle school and it was like it didn't sell very well. But now it's like a cult following for the band, and even the Foo Fighters' Everlong was not really a hit at the time, but now it's a song they have to play. So I kind of feel like Head Trip and Every Key's kind of become that for you guys, where it's like it may not have sold like Roughly Yours did at the time, but it seems like fans almost would prefer to hear that one.
Well, I mean, they pulled out of the video.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it's as simple as that, really.
Yeah.
You know, in that era, like you could count on selling 10 times as many records if you just had a video.
Yeah.
That's how that works out.
Did you guys shoot a music video for anything off of Head Trip and Every Key? Like Do the Vampire or anything?
No, or did we?
No, we spent like 6 months bouncing treatments back and forth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, never. That didn't happen. We just basically wasted a bunch of their dough after that. Basically.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had fun recording. Got to do it. We were sitting here talking now, and everything's fine.
Yeah.
Fun times hanging out with everybody. You know, it's good to talk to. You know, we're all texting back and forth and everybody's talking. You know, it's like you missed your brothers. Kind of. And that was a fun thing for us to make music together. I'm proud of that record. I'll stand behind it. It's like a love and hate thing. For a while, I couldn't listen to it, and now I put it on. It's like, oh, this is. Yeah. I like this song. That's nice. You know. Why record music if you don't like it?
No, absolutely.
And it's weird having folks come up to you. Like, I won't get made for Superdrag stuff for like, it'll be like weeks and months. And, you know, I don't care. It's like, it was a part of my life and it was cool. And if you like the music, great. But every once in a while, I'll be at a bar and somebody will come up and they'll be like, Head Trip and Every Key was my favorite record. You know, like that whole thing. And then they'll walk off. And it's like, oh, see you. Really?
I love that. And you guys actually brought a song we're going to get into here. It's a song called Bristol Girls that was unreleased from this session. And the one thing I like about this, guys, is this is the music from that session, but then you added vocals here at County Q with Mike Purcell. What was it like to go back in and record vocals over a song where the music was 20 years back? Did it take you totally back to that place, or did you seem kind of disconnected from it?
Oh, man. I mean, he put it in the headphones loud and got it on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the cool thing about that. One of the cool things about that record is that the sounds were just good rock sounds.
Yeah.
So it's not really like stylized in any kind of like 1997 centric way. You know, it's just like, oh, those drums sound good, guitar sound good, bass sounds good.
Yeah.
So it could have been last week. You know, if Jerry was around. So, in that way, it was just kind of like, I don't smoke anymore, so my voice probably sounded a little bit different than it would have.
You used to have the hardest time doing vocals because you put down like whatever, 2 packs a day or whatever. So now it's cool to see you doing vocals and still there's none of the hacking. You're like hacking, but it'd be like, give them a break, guys.
When'd you stop smoking, John?
Oh, September 18th of 2003.
Oh, right on, man. Long time.
It was the last one I had.
Oh, right on. how funny it would be if this song we played sounded just like The Prodigy. Like the one unreleased Superdrag song sounds just like
I am the Firestarter. Get your club. Where's my club? Yeah.
Here's Firestarter 2. But yeah, let's go and get in this. I'm going to play right now. I'm really stoked you guys let me play this on the show. Whenever you sent it to me a couple days ago, I was really excited about it. And I think Mike Purcell killed it, man, down at County Q. I mean, I know we did some stuff down there. I know Tom's done stuff down there. That dude just knocks it every time.
He's a pro.
He really is, man. Never before heard on the radio, Superdrag here, Bristol Girls on the Local Buzz.
Tired of joking, but I'm blowing 40 a day for 2. She's got an answer, she kills me like cancer, and I'm blowing 40 a day for 2. Bristol girls really knock me out. 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 Bristol girls gonna work it on out. She is an Adma, my girl Bodhisattva, and I'm blowing 40 a day for 2. I am her chancer, she kills me like cancer, and I'm blowing 40 a day for 2. Bristol girls really knock me out. 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 Bristol girls gonna work it on out. Bristol girls really knock me 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 out. Bristol girls gonna work it on out.
Off the Blinding Water, Nothing at All. That is Where the Sun Never Shines, which is obviously John Davis of Superdrag's new band. I got John and Tom of Superdrag in the studio. What's up, guys?
Hi.
I kind of feel like you're right. I kind of feel like that stuff does kind of fit with the whole Head Trip and Every Key vibe. That could have been a B-side on that record. And who would have known?
I mean,
you know?
there are a couple of members in common,
That is true. I was thinking that.
so
That kind of tends to lend itself.
Limey in the bush.
stranger things have happened.
No, it's definitely true. People were asking online earlier if you guys had reissued Head Trip and Every Key, and I tweeted at the guy, but Side One Dummy reissued on vinyl a couple years back, and Regretfully Yours. How'd you guys make that happen with those guys? That's a cool label.
Well, honestly, man, Superdrag's manager, Michael Creamer.
Oh, right on.
I don't know if he contacted them or vice versa, or some kind of way they wanted to do the first record, which I personally had a lot more to do with the Head Trip
Yeah.
reissue, and Jokers with Tracers for sure. Like I guess it was kind of a package deal. They wanted to do both things. Which
Yeah.
I was really stoked on, and went and found the actual cassettes and all that stuff that's inside the package.
Yeah.
You know, that was fun to do.
That's awesome.
But yeah, they were really super easy to work with, and it was fun. And so they ended up doing the first Lisa Memory record too.
Yeah, that's right. I thought about that.
Because we were so happy with the way Head Trip turned out, and the vinyl pressing, like mastering, was really good, and it looked good and sounded good.
No, that's awesome,
We
man.
wanted them to do the same thing for us.
Yeah. How'd you go to get the rights back from Elektra? How's that work for a label of that size? You just don't tell them?
I have no idea.
Is there license?
Let's hope they're not listening.
Yeah, I think it was.
Just listening.
They just licensed. I think it was like X number of copies.
Okay.
They were licensed to press up, and that's it.
Oh, right on, man.
So that's why some of the prices people pay for that stuff on Discogs retarded.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't have that kind of money.
No, it is good. And it's crazy too. Like Elektra Records is back now. I don't know if you guys know this, but they folded, I guess, for a while or went away for a while. Now they're back, and they have like Fits in the Tantrums and a few other big bands, but they've rebranded.
Eric says talking to
brought
the
back.
mic.
Eric Dale.
Eric Dale, are you listening?
Eric Dale and Elektra.
We're
Vocals.
talking. Eric Dale from Hurts to Laugh wants us to talk into the mic.
There you
Louder, John. Louder.
Well, we're right here together.
Right here.
I know it's the
Yes,
professional
we're
studio here.
Yes, you're gonna that girl.
Did you hear what he was saying about Elektra Records?
What did you say about Electra Records?
Yeah, but they're back apparently. They had folded for a while. And then now they're back, and they have a bunch of bands. Yeah, it's back. Like Fits in the Tantrums is on there. I just happened to recently notice this. I was like, oh, cool.
Electra's back.
Yeah, so they're going to hold you to your contract.
That's
Huh?
too bad.
No, you can't dock my pay. I do all cash. Don't find me later.
Just you, man. And it's funny too. We're talking about this record and just like the kind of the people that came up listening to it. And one of the cooler things, have you read the Butch Walker book, Drinking with Strangers? He specifically says the reason Marvelous 3 signed with Elektra is because they have Superdrag or had Superdrag.
Really?
Yeah, he'd be a huge fan.
Oh man.
It's an influence, mainly Tom and his white outfit.
Oh, we've all had white outfits.
Yeah, you guys both.
I
do.
suggest you all try a white outfit moment. All of you.
You got to tell that story on air, John. So it was shortly, really shortly, briefly. But there's a rumor that you would write songs back in the day in the '90s, all in a white room in a white outfit, doing acid while looking at a picture of John Lennon. That is amazing. I believe it's true.
I would not be at liberty to discuss such an operation, should such an operation in fact exist.
That's true.
Yeah, no, that was a rumor I heard, and I told the guy never to deny it.
Yeah, I love it. That is a cool rumor to have.
I'm not that cool.
No, I think that's pretty awesome
The
though.
Cream song in the White Room was actually written about John Davis in the past because Cream came from the future.
My piano is wood grain,
Oh, right on. Okay,
brown.
so it would never fit in the white room.
It would really stick out in the white
We
room.
can paint it. We just need to sand it down.
There you go.
Contractor.
I know, guy. There you go.
Like you want me at your house again for another couple weeks. Elijah would probably start a fight with me.
I love it. So what are you guys up to nowadays? I know Lisa Memory for you and Brandon, and then Tom Pappas Collection.
It hurts to laugh.
And Hurts to Laugh. You guys are all over the place. And John was in Hurts to Laugh for a while.
Yeah, we had a John Davis experience in Hurts to Laugh for a while. Oh, got to talk in the
And I
mic.
didn't- I
Eric,
didn't
are you
know-
there?
I didn't
Eric?
even know that John
Dale?
played drums. Honestly, until I saw you play with Hurts to Laugh. I didn't know he even played drums until I saw you play with them.
Second
I was
record.
like, whoa.
Well, I hit him with sticks.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know.
I don't know if you really play, but you hit them with sticks. That's very true.
It's a real trip for a while. Sounds there with Mike Purcell. We have Mike Purcell and Weston Wellman here in the studio.
Yeah.
From County Q.
The County Q guys here. And you
We
guys
got-
are working on the new Tom Pappas Collection record with these guys.
We're working on the new record. We just did some horn recordings.
Nice. Right on.
I got to
Very
develop
cool.
my radio voice.
No, you don't. Yeah, it sounds great just as it is.
And Deezy from Sad Baxter. And
Yeah.
Andy from... That's right.
We're all just hanging out in the studio.
On the down low.
Let's get into another Lisa Memory tune here, man. This one you said is called 4 for T. Tell me something about this tune.
Oh man. Well, it's one that Brandon wrote and he sings.
Nice.
Honestly, it's like one of my favorite ones on the record, man.
Right on.
Brandon always brings something unique that doesn't happen anywhere else on the record. Does it every time.
Yeah. Did he not want to write and sing back in the Superdrag days at all? Did he do a little bit back then? Because I feel like I never heard him do anything until this kind of stuff.
4-track.
Well, he had a song on our last record.
Okay. I do remember that one, Ready to Go.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
But this particular song, I busted into his room one night and forced him to write a song. And this is it.
Right on. I love it. Well, the song that Brandon had to write, and we're glad that he did. 4 for T by the Lees of Memory. Low Mass with Fear on the local buzz, and I've got John and Tom from Superdrag here. We're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the album Head Trip in Every Key. Thanks again guys for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
What do you think the online stuff? Like yesterday, John, you were posting all kinds of stuff on Lee's Memory page about like pictures and stuff. Did it bring back a lot of memories for you doing that stuff? I liked your post. It was very sentimental, but also like really rock and roll. I thought it was cool.
Oh man, well I try to, like I said in my long rambling little statement deal that I put up, like I try to focus on what's happening now or what's about to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, just as a sort of a guiding principle. Because I feel like if you get too hung up on something that happened 20 years ago, you can't get anything happening today.
Yeah.
You know, and it can be counterproductive to try and make new art.
Yeah.
So it's like when you do zoom out and kind of reflect on something like that, it is fun.
Yeah.
And, I see Tom quite a bit. Obviously, see Brandon quite a bit, working on Lee's Memory stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Don in 8 years, 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
And it's not right,
Yeah.
But but stuff like this happens, and it's like we get back in contact.
Yeah. No, totally.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I love that. I love that you guys are still active and doing stuff. And I always find, what's your opinion on bands when they get back together and do like tours of just playing a record front to back?
I'm not into it.
I know it's John's favorite thing. Because I've always kind of felt that way too. Like a lot of bands, when they do that, I'm always like, why are you doing that?
Well, I just feel like it's a bad look. I mean, you might as well just put a sign out in front that says, "Our new record sucks."
Yeah, that's a good point.
Listen to our past; it's better.
And I mean that's a bummer.
Yeah,
it's all good if you want to go. I mean, you want to play old stuff and new stuff. Just you want to play what people want to hear. But I kind of feel like the packaging it in that certain way.
Yeah,
it's just not something I'm interested in.
Yeah, and it does seem tough then with a lot of bands that do that and they try to do a new record, and it seems like the people just kind of go, "No, I already saw the 20-year, playing the album front to back."
But I mean, more power to them.
Yeah.
But what we found out, was that people weren't as interested in Superdrag moving forward doing new record as they were us going on tour and playing our old EPs and our first 2 albums.
Yeah.
So we don't do it anymore.
No, I hear you, man. Yeah. And I feel like the stuff that you guys put out now still has that essence of Superdrag in it, like the Tom Pappas collection stuff and Lee's of Memory stuff. It still sounds a lot like Superdrag to me.
It's kind of hard to not.
Yeah, totally.
Well, I mean, and just the reality of the situation is like people come up listening to a band that, they attach that music to a certain time and where they were at in life at that certain time. So they're never going to care as much about what you're doing now as they did what you were doing 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Because now they've been living for 20 more years and they're not like they were.
Yeah.
And you're not like you were. So it's just like the reality. That's how it goes. I mean, sure, I would like to have as many people care about the Lee's of Memory as people that care about Superdrag, but that's just not how it works.
Yeah.
And that's all right,
Yeah.
We have to continue doing. We have to do what we got to do. What we got to do.
We must move forward.
They're going to do what they're going to do, and everybody, it's going to be fine. It's rock and roll,
Yeah, I remember when we first met. I know Tom. We've talked about this before. I don't think I talked about it to you, but I met you guys at South by Southwest like 10 years ago. And Aguero's, the Mexican restaurant. And there was these people who had flown from like Japan who had not seen you since the Sucked Out video. And you had John had the waxed head at that point in time. And I remember they came up to you and they're like, which one of you are John Davis? They couldn't tell because they still saw you in that video.
They treated John like some kind of fawn.
John.
Which you're right, though. Like, it sticks with them. It's like people that see stuff like that, or they get really into it. You're right. Like, time doesn't really pass for them. But then, for you guys, obviously, things have changed. But I remember that. That was really funny. That's where I first had met you. I remember that happened. That's really
carry a mannequin with a beetle wig on it.
Exactly. Right.
There you go.
See, that's the thing. Tom doesn't have that problem.
Sometimes for good, sometimes for ill.
There's that poster that's hanging at Disc Exchange, or used to be before they closed down. Dick's Exchange, sporting goods.
Dick's Exchange.
But they remember they had a poster there. They had a poster there for Headship and Every Key, and you were wearing. I went there with you, and you were wearing the same shirt that you had on in the picture.
Yeah, I still have it.
You never changed, dude.
I'm wearing it right now. It's covered it up. It's a habit.
I found this shirt.
Oh, nice.
My old shirt.
That's awesome. It says rock on. I love it.
Your shirt, and I wore it for a while.
Well, like a bunch of those Polaroids. I don't know if we took them all on the same day, but like for whatever reason, a bunch of them I had this shirt on.
That's awesome.
Which I actually stole from Tom in 1995.
Oh, nice.
So I'm hoping he won't steal it back.
Well, you can keep it, John.
I didn't bring another shirt.
Then we celebrate the 40th anniversary. Tom will wear it. That'd be perfect.
Right
on.
That'd be great.
All right.
I got Brandon's old shirt. His little cowboy shirt.
Yeah, he did kind of a Western look back then.
Vintage clothes.
Yeah, all the dudes in Nashville about on the east side for sure.
Double vintage.
We like old clothing.
Well, guys, I appreciate you all coming out and hanging out tonight, seriously. And everyone out there wants to check out Headship and Every Key is on Spotify. The reissue's out. Side One Dummy. You can get the vinyl if that's your sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And let's close out tonight. You guys both played in Hurts to Laugh for a second. I know, Tom, you're still in Hurts to Laugh.
This one goes to my good friend Eric Dale. I'm speaking into the microphone for you, Eric, and for England. USA, USA, U.
And this kind of has a Lisa Memory vibe to it. I think it kind of does. It's cool. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out. You're obviously always invited to come. You guys know that. I'm sure. I hope you guys can come again soon.
Thanks, Andy.
Anytime. Hurts to Laugh. A little while for Eric Dale.